Doesn't matter how good of a woofer you have, how good of an amp you have. If you don't account for the bass roll-off, you can't reproduce what isn't there. If the information isn't there, you can't amplify it. So, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. Surprise, surprise, another C8 box. But this time, this one's going out to Sean out in New York. So he's got a 25 Corvette Stingray, and he kind of allowed us to go wild. We keep getting the question, more power, right? So again, it's so wild, right? We started out with an 8, then it was a 10, now it's a 12, now we want more power. I mean, it's nuts. So it's a C8 Corvette, and I get it. It's a high performance car. You want a high performance stereo, right? So we've been working on doing what clients want, which is giving them more power, right? The kicker key is great. It's a great amp. It solves a lot of problems because it has the bass roll-off circuit built in. There is another way to do it, and we're doing it this way. So what we're gonna do is, we actually had a client out of California kind of give us this idea, and so we've been wanting to try it. He had a lot of success with it. He did a TW3, a 12-inch TW3 JL, and he used this amplifier. So he's using the PXA 601. So it's one of their power sport amps. But the really good thing about it, at 2 ohms, which is, this is an S2, a single 2 ohm audio mobile GTS woofer, we're getting 500 watts. Now, the nice thing about the kicker stuff is that their stuff is underrated. So we're probably, even at the 2 ohm load, we're probably getting around 600 or so, which is fantastic. That's perfect for this sub. It'll do just great. So what we ended up doing is we created this mounting plate. So in the vehicle, if you think of this as the front of the car, there's a access panel, another cover, which is for the battery, and another one on this side. If you remove that entire assembly, you can pick up a factory bolt. So we have this M6 screw. There's a plush nut that lives in the vehicle in there already. So this bracket mounts in there, and then this piece, there's another plastic, like a channel, like a gully, and this piece will sit. So it'll bolt here, and then it'll rest on that panel, and that will secure the entire assembly. And then the nice thing is, so the battery's literally right there. So you'll do your power and your ground connection, and then you have to run in your sub wire, your input wire, and your bass knob. So we give you, obviously this is the fuse holder, the PowerWorks. We didn't load the PowerWorks connectors on there because in order for him to get it through the grommet, we could, but it will make it much more difficult to get through the grommet. So in essence, you run this through, and then they just key in to the connector. Your fuse, everything, the powder coated brackets, which go to the 2 factory mounting points. And just wanted to show you. So this is that 601, which we've adjusted. All the adjustments are on the bottom of the amp. If you have to, you could obviously unbolt it, readjust it, and mount it back down. On the bottom, in order to take care of the bass roll-off, we added the AccuBass. So this is the LC2i Pro with the AccuBass. It allows us to account for the bass roll-off. So that's how we're handling it, because this amplifier, unlike the kicker key, does not have that circuit built in. So this is a way around that, and you must take care of the bass roll-off, otherwise it will not hit. It doesn't matter how good of a woofer you have, how good of an amp you have. If you don't account for the bass roll-off, you can't reproduce what isn't there. If the information isn't there, you can't amplify it. So that's why it is so important to either use an LC2i Pro or a kicker key lock, or the Kicker Key 501, something that will fix the bass roll-off in the factory radio. This is our weapon of choice, right? So if we can pick, we're going with an audio mobile GTS all day. So to us, the GTS is an amazing sub. It works in a really small enclosure. It handles tons of power, and it's musically, it sounds really, really good. The reason that's important is because the woofer is in the cabin with you. Because the woofer is in the cabin with you, you don't want a woofer that's, let's say, dirty or distorted, because you're gonna hear that. Now, it is the lower the bass, but Again, this is just our personal preference. It's got our PowerWorks connector on there as always, so that it still is removable. You'll remove those two brackets, which are this one and this one. And then you can slide the box out, unplug it, never know. Aesthetically, the car will be 100% the same. This is under the service panel in the front. This is in the footwell, but again, removable. So if you ever have to take a long trip, you want to put the car back to stock, it's super, super easy. You want to ask yourself, why does it have such a weird shape? Because we built it to fit that opening. So there's an opening there, and we wanted to fit the opening and maximize the space to mount the amplifier and the LC2I. So all your wiring, because all the wiring will go through the grommet. The grommet lives like right here. So that's why this will all go through there. And what we'll always tell you is to leave like a service loop. Service loop is something basically like slack. So if you need to, you can pull it out and put it back in. So we have this measurement, which is roughly 6-7 inches. You know, that's what that is. And we like to leave at least that much for almost everything. Woofers, speakers, radios, amplifiers, everything. Because that distance allows you to get your hands in and work. The thing that makes everybody's life difficult is if you leave no slack and then you're trying to work like this, or you yank on something, or you rip something or pull something, it's not good. So we always leave a little bit of a service loop so that we can service the vehicle if something ever were to happen. Plus, let's say the car goes to the dealer or goes somewhere and they need to move this out of the way. You want a bit of a service loop so that the dealer can move it out of the way, do what they have to do, and then put it back. So we get asked a lot, can I do it myself? Yes. I mean, it's in essence wired, adjusted, everything's fabricated. Ideally, I still would recommend the shop, just because it is a bit of a difficult car. Some of the stuff is hard to get to. It's not difficult install. You have to take some stuff apart in order to get to access to the connections. There's only, power and ground is right there in this case. This goes behind the passenger footwell at the factory amplifier. And then this is just gonna plug directly into this, and then you run the bass knob. So again, could you do it yourself? 100%. But I still would recommend that you go to a qualified shop that will do the install for you and service it.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.